Good morning, student. In class 6 geography, in my previous video, I had explained you about the conventional symbols, about the grid system, about importance of map, and I had asked you to draw the diagram of a river, of meander, of tributaries and distributaries, deltas, and the block mountains. I hope you have drawn this diagram. If not, then today you draw it. So today let me explain you what is a river. So a natural flowing water channel flowing towards another river, lake, sea or ocean is called a river. Can you name any river? Example? Yes, river Ganga. From where does this river Ganga originate? From the Himalayas, isn't it? In Himalayas, where Gangotri, yes, Gangotri is a glacier. Okay, and from this glacier, small stream of water channel starts flowing, and from Himalayas it comes down to the plain. It enters the plain near Haridwar, and from there it enters the plain of Uttar Pradesh. Then from Uttar Pradesh to Bihar, from Bihar to Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, there is only one district through which river Ganga flows. Do you know which district? Yes, Sahibganj. Sahibganj is the only district through which river Ganga flow in Jharkhand, and from Jharkhand it enters West Bengal, and from West Bengal it goes to Bangladesh, and from Bangladesh these rivers enter the Bay of Bengal. So it is a natural flowing water channel flowing towards another river, lake, sea or ocean is called a river. This is the definition. Some rivers flow into the ground and become dry at the end of their course without reaching another body of water. So sometimes what happens, this river, they are not in, they do not, since it flows in a dry region like desert, so it cannot cross the desert, and in between only the river becomes dry. No water is left, and so it cannot reach another body of water, sea or ocean. Then what is a meander? Okay, you can see in the figure this curve like flowing of river. The river flows like this in a snake pattern, and this round you can see the arrow is marked. This is called the meander. Okay, so uh, a winding curve, okay, like a wave, a winding curve or bend in a river is known as a meander. So this is the definition of meander. Meanders typically occur in the middle and lower course of a river. Okay, so generally not in the beginning but in the middle and the lower course. They are caused by sideways form of erosion, also called lateral erosion and deposition within the floodplains. So when the river flow, it erodes, the erosion takes place, that is the side embankment of the river, okay, are eroded by the flow of water, and this sediments are carried from one place to another, and in course they get deposited. So when they get deposited, they obstruct the flow of river water, and by this when the flow is obstructed, the river changes its course and take a U shape or a winding curve. So in this way meanders are formed. So this is the diagram, and here is the definition. Then comes tributaries and distributaries. You can see in this figure, these small these are tributaries, small rivers that join the main river. This is the wide one, this is the main river, and and these are the small rivers which join the main river. So these rivers are called tributaries. Example, you can call it Yamuna. Yamuna is a tributary of river Ganga. So tributaries are streams or rivers that flow into a larger mainstream river. Like Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga. So Yamuna are streams or rivers that flow into a larger main river. Larger main river means Ganga. So Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga. Then you can see over here distributaries. Okay, the main river is divided into a number of channels. So this is called distributary. It distributes the water. Okay, so distributary. A distributary is a stream of or a small river that splits off from a larger river and flows in a different direction. Okay, so this is the distributary. Draw the diagram and write the difference between a tributaries and a distributaries. Then we go to delta. The sediments carried by a river is deposited at the mouth of the river as it enters a slower moving or standing water before draining into the lake, sea or ocean. Okay, so when the water flows towards the lower stage before joining the sea, the flow of the water becomes very slow because of the sediments that the water is carrying, and these sediments starts getting deposited over here. And so in this deposition, small you can see this triangular form of lands are formed. Okay, these are small island like structure, and so the water gets distributed in different triangular shape of land is formed. So this is called the delta. The most famous example of delta is the Sundarban Delta. Okay, Sundarban Delta, which is the delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra river. It is in parts of Bangladesh and West Bengal. The landforms that occur due to these depositions are called delta. Then the block mountains, you can see over here block mountain, Rift Valley, how it is formed. Block mountains are formed as a result of the tectonic forces. Tectonic forces are that below the earth's surface there are tectonic plates. Okay, seven major tectonic plates are there, and these plates they keep on moving. Okay, but the movement is extremely slow, very slow. But once these tectonic plates come across each other, a force is exerted, and because of that earthquake or volcanic eruptions take place. So block mountains are formed as a result of the tectonic forces. They are known as horsepower. Then they form when the tensional forces cause the plates on the earth crust to move apart, which in turn stretches the rock. Okay, so when these tectonic plates move or apart from each other, it stretches the rock. Since temperatures are low and rocks are brittle, instead of folding, the crust breaks into large blocks because of the stretching. And since the temperatures are low, the rocks have become brittle, that is easy to break. So instead of folding, the crust breaks into large blocks. So in this way, block mountains are formed. Then the anticline and the syncline, you can see the figure over here of anticline, the top portion anticline and down portion syncline. So anticline and syncline are features of fold mountains that occur due to the movement of tectonic plates. They are basically up and down folds caused by compressional stress. Anticline is the upward bend while syncline is the downward bend in the rock layers. So learn the definition and draw this, and then in the next video I will explain you about the drawing sketches and drawing plans. Okay, thank you.